Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to our Banjo-Kazooie commentary. Let's go see what's inside the treasure chest. Why, it's an entirely new world!
But unfortunately, Seely's not in this chest.
But there's a Jinjo underneath the starting point.
She's not a Pirates fan, she's a Seahawks fan.
She never struck me as a sports person.
She is actually, she's into the footballs.
Huh.
When I was younger, I thought these crabs looked like watermelon.
They kinda do.
Oh no, there's a Jinjo in the water. Let's go save it.
Football, oh gosh, Snacker.
Snacker smells tasty
Oh,
dinner.
boy.
Stage it right there.
This guy terrified me when I was younger.
Yes,
Same
it
here.
In fact, a lot of things in this game terrified me when I was
Ouch!
younger.
Why aren't you using the B button? B button.
That's what I'm doing, stupid! I'm flapping Kazooie's wings underwater, which technically shouldn't work. But yeah, be wary of Snacker, because when he pops up whenever you get in the water, and well, he does amusingly comment on whenever you're in the water, and but he is a force to be reckoned with.
What is that over yonder?
That's Nipper.
Why, it's a crab, my good friend.
That's Nipper.
This Nipper's beach. This ain't your beach. Okay, then help, but, and of course, Kazooie has to be the insulting. Yep, thank you,
Pinky bird me
Kazooie.
flipper clip, feather clipping.
Oh
There we
yeah,
go.
just try it, Skullhead.
The battle's really easy, just hit him where it hurts.
On those giant eyes.
Yeah, the vulnerable spots. Ouch!
You gotta poke his eyes out.
Also, I think his voice is cute when you hit him in the eyes.
Yeah.
Watch, wait for it, and... Oh,
Oh
crap.
boy.
Yeah, by the third phase, he starts getting a little tricky to time. And come on, there we go. And there you go. You knocked out the Nipper.
Ding,
Now
ding,
let's
ding.
go inside.
And now we shall reap the rewards.
Let's
Okay,
go chase
where
him
is he?
down, the coward.
Now he just disappears.
Let's go inside and beat him up some more.
That is the Banjo-Kazooie way, and you should take heed of that. Is that in Banjo-Kazooie and Banjo-Toops?
Where'd he go?
Whoop.
God damn it.
What's wrong, Banjo? Is it tough? Let me know when you had enough.
That was hype.
That was hype. That was
Oh, I
hype for
apologize.
Wiki.
That was come and have a go if you think you've had enough.
Hype's the biggest witch of the West. No, he's actually the biggest witch of the East.
Okay, fine, then maybe I'll be able to be Grunty's skeleton in the next game.
Witch of the East, Witch of the West, sing to the witch that we like the best.
Well, it depends on when or if we do the second game. Whoop.
Well, that's up to Logan, because I'm not touching that game.
I'll do it. And I don't know if I'll be able to go for 100. I'll try to go for 100%, but there's a lot in that one.
Well, do whatever you feel comfortable with. It's just that... I mean, not to say that I don't like that game. I understand why some people like it more than the original, and well, I'm just one of those people that kind of prefer the original over the other, just because it doesn't overwhelm you with its more spacious level design and more gloomy atmosphere.
I remember enjoying.
By the way, did you guys ever notice that the shell is going in mirrored?
Yes, because the direction doesn't make any sense when you actually look into it.
Yeah, why does it do that?
Because the developers didn't take that into consideration, and well, now that we're in the middle of Treasure Trove Cove, this looks like we found ourselves a beached-in ship, home to probably the most gaseous of fellas you'll ever meet in this game.
Captain Blubber.
First.
Oh, but first we get to learn a brand new ability, one that Kazooie will most especially love.
Also, while I get a chance to now talk over my dialogue, is that to finish a thought, that is the Banjo-Kazooie way. Anything and everything you should check to see if it's actually an entrance to something, because odds are it possibly is.
Mm-hmm.
Even the inside of a shell.
If
Also-
Banjo could fit inside a hole, he will go in it.
Also, I mean, I like Banjo-Tooie for a lot of things, but knowing my luck with that and Sly 3, I'll probably change my opinion once I finish playing it again.
Sure, probably. So anyway, old Bird Brain now has the ability to fly, but unfortunately she's gonna need some red feathers to do that.
Okay.
But we'll worry about that later. Why don't we go talk to our blubber friend?
Ahoy there! I'm Captain Blubber, and I lost me treasure when me ship crashed.
We'll go find them,
He
Blubbergrass.
needs to burp the dialogue.
But I can't swim. Can you help an old sea hippo?
Sure. I'll find it for you. Get a pressman, why don't you?
I'm not bored in the life aquatic, Banjo.
Hype, you gotta burp your dialogue.
Oh yeah, he does.
To be
I'm
fair,
sorry,
Hype is
Logan,
the
but-
one that can actually burp on command.
I was about to say, as much as you admire that, Logan, for some devil damn reason, my command over it isn't that strong.
Oh, by the way, the gold bars talk.
Everything talks
And
in
they
this
just
game.
clang around all noisily and horrifically.
Yeah, those are some noisy gold bars.
Have the gold bar.
Whoop!
Aye, that be half of me gold.
Only half? Where's the other half of it?
Down there, laddie, in the poop deck.
Ah, shit.
Oh no.
You better be talking about the ship.
I'm blowing out your ass.
Why is it called the poop deck? I've never once felt not lazy enough to research it by myself. Someone tell me.
I guess it's because it's where the seagulls droppings land.
Honestly, I would believe you. Let me check for myself.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, that was pirate lingo, and pirates aren't exactly the most etiquette.
I am now.
Just reminds me of the
Googling
scene
poop
from
deck.
Sly 3 where he's insulting the guy's pirate Jagger.
Okay.
Wouldn't that be some shit, though? Fine dining with Blackbeard.
Why do we see good old Blubber's joy for having all his gold back?
Me treasure. Thank you, me hearties. Take this reward. I'm off to spend. Vegas, I say.
You moron, they take gold coins and doubloons, not gold bars.
He gonna take his gold and get a jet ski. Any hooser.
Oh.
I see that. Even though there's no mumbo here. Okay, so I looked it up. The poop deck is a deck that forms the roof of a cabin built in the rear. So, like, you know how, like, in the so you see that
Rear.
so you see the part of the ship back there that's elevated higher than the front.
Yes.
That would be called the poop deck because it is on like it's the deck at the back of it's the part of the top of the ship that's towards the back, which is usually acting as the roof to a actual room inside.
Ooh,
Nice.
nice.
So what you're saying is that it's the shitter of the ship.
Yes. The
A
term
shifter.
the term originates from the French word for stern. Stern, you know, the stern being the back of the ship. The French term.
Golden treasure was for me. Now harder still the game will be.
The French word for stern is la poupe, from the word pupus in Latin. Thus, the poop deck is literally it's another word for the stern deck.
Gotcha.
Stern.
What? No.
Le poupe. Le pew.
And to think, SpongeBob was one of those shows that actually used both terms.
That is true.
Mother of Pearl. Fire on the poop deck.
There you go. You
And
know
among
that.
other of Banjo's abilities, this is another one you might get a good mileage out of. The,
Spring
actually, I forgot what this is
lawn.
called.
The shock
spring-
pad.
The
Well,
shock jump.
Shock jump spring.
Does Kazooie do it? My legs are tired.
Speak for yourself.
I'm the one lugging you around half the time, Brain Man. What?
Yeah, can we
Air
talk
brain.
about how
Brain Man.
in Banjo-Tooie there's maybe one or two, but literally in this game, every ability you learn is just for Kazooie.
Yeah, pretty much. Like, people have made the argument that for as much as great of a game that Banjo-Kazooie,
No good for water. Can bear black hole with pebble.
Something like a pebble.
not sure how well that'll work, but here you go. I need one more. Okay, have one more.
Leaky patched up. Now empty water for bear.
Thank you, Icky Yoshi.
How a sentient bucket can do that is anyone's guess, but
That's one angry-looking crab.
Yeah.
yeah, we'll deal with him in just a sec. But yeah, as I was about to say, is people will often say that Banjo-Kazooie is a great game, but no one will never agree that Banjo-Kazooie have a balance. You know what I mean?
Like a
They don't
balance
have
between
a
the word.
perfect balance
Kazooie's
between each
clearly.
Hey, Furbo, you're looking wise. Solve my puzzle and win a prize.
Yeah, as far as like all your abilities, Kazooie's doing all the fucking work.
Every single one. Oh, yeah, yes, Lassie, I know. We have
Oh,
to
there's
hit
the
an
N.
N. But you have to be careful because, especially with the camera's rotation, it's easy to mix up the N with the Z.
Yeah.
Yay.
Though in all fair,
spelling.
yeah, but thankfully this puzzle's pretty generous with its timer, which is something I can't necessarily say for the rest of them.
Do you find this puzzle vain? The answer is your devil damn name.
That is vain. Oh, they even write it on the wall there, so it's not really that big of a puzzle.
Yeah.
What could it be? Oh, I know. I'll take the rapist for 5, Alex. It's pronounced therapist, you boob.
Now I have to kill
The
it.
gate opens to reveal your prize, but first I'll cut you down to size.
Wow, he really is a demon. He has multiple voices, speaking in tongues. Die.
Wow, Kazooie, the reverberance in this place is something else.
Yeah, I know. Now let's get... I can't find a lot. This game makes me rhyme in weird ways.
Well, though, don't get used to it. We're no rhyming masters. By the way, this is actually one of those rare rooms in the entire game where you might actually see more than once, due to an interesting little gimmick that you'll encounter later on.
Yeah, James hopefully will show that off.
I show up 2 of the 3, if that means anything.
Does one of them involve the SNS? So I could talk about that.
The
like
SNS.
The big thing that happened between this and the sequel that never came to be.
Oh, that. Oh, SNS. Oh, that. Yeah, we do see glimmers of that at the very end of the game.
Okay, so I mean, should we talk about it or wait till the end of the game to really?
Let's wait till the end of the game. It's pretty much your price for getting all the jiggies.
I mean, we can at least acknowledge the tiny little island over there called Shark Food Island.
Hot for now.
I wonder what they call it, man.
Just land on it.
I want to keep my flight, damn it.
So notice.
I don't want to encounter fucking. Okay, screw it. I'll take the bite. Snacker smells tasty dinner. Stay right there. Ah, nuts.
What the?
It's a ghost shark.
Oh gosh.
Ooh, yippee! Snacker gets dessert too.
It is a ghost shark.
So
yeah, Snacker, as far as we're concerned, is pretty much an omnipotent god that just appears whenever he smells food.
Except in that little pond near Captain Blubber's ship and a few other ponds in the level.
Yeah. I would have liked. I mean, they're both by the same company. I would have liked if, or I guess published by the same company. I would have liked if instead of Snacker, they had a callback and it was sushi.
Sushi?
Snacker's Whacker.
No.
Ooh.
Not Snacker's Tallywhacker.
Oh,
I wouldn't put it past them to make that joke.
But yeah, what was that about sushi again?
Sushi. I was saying, like, since this was made by the same company that was making their games for them, and they're all published by the same company, I would have liked it if Sushi was the shark as opposed to Snacker.
Oh, are you talking about, like, from Paper Mario?
No, I'm talking about Sushi, the shark from Donkey Kong.
Oh. I didn't know that shark had
Donkey Kong Country.
Oh, the enemy?
Yeah.
Oh, that's Chompy.
That's his name, Chomp. Okay, wait, then
Yeah,
who's
Chompy
Sushi
the
the
shark.
Wait, then who am I remember Sushi the shark from?
You're thinking of the shark enemy from Mario 64.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Unagi's rehabilitated cousin.
Gotcha.
Because I was about to say, I don't remember a shark in Mario 64.
Wait. But now
This is an ideal little lighthouse.
But now I'm remembering, what stage is Sushi in? I forget.
He is in... Sushi,
He's in
if I'm not mistaken.
He's in some of the underwater levels. Yeah. You can poke him.
Don't forget, I don't remember where he's from.
You're more than likely to find him.
Oh,
in,
right, in
Dire
Dire Docks.
Or if not Dire Docks, then Jolly, or no, not Jolly Roger, but yeah, it's Dire Docks.
Yeah.
So I do find it a little bit necessary to bring up the fact that we found a Mumbo Skull token over there, but there's no Mumbo in the level.
I mentioned that earlier, and yes.
Yeah, Mumbo's not in every level, but you do. Oh god!
That was a volatile fall.
I think we made a grand mistake, Kazooie.
Wait, you can kill the clams?
Yeah.
I didn't know you could kill the clams.
You've never. Oh my god.
No, I've never been able to kill a clam.
Jeez, I killed the clams.
honey thing.
So, yeah, be careful though. Later on, we'll be experiencing tougher versions of those honeycomb. They make getting health back a little bit more of a hassle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with actual logic.
Yeah.
Anyway, I meant to bring this up in an earlier part, but an inquiry that I had, say they eventually do revitalize Banjo-Kazooie, and they try to make it more along the lines of the actual games as opposed to what Nuts and Bolts did. Would you guys like it if structurally it was more akin to, like, Mario Odyssey?
Yeah, maybe. As long as there's, like, a central hub.
Isn't that well, to be fair, isn't that essentially what Banjo-Kazooie does anyway?
Well, I just mean, like, in the sense of...
I think he meant more like everything's kind of interconnected and that it's a big, wide-scale adventure. And
Isn't that essentially what Banjo-Kazooie is anyway?
well, Banjo-Kazooie, each of these worlds are pretty self-enclosed. Banjo-Tooie did more of the all-encompassing world thing, similar to how Odyssey had those portrait portals.
Yeah, I mean, Grant, when you stop and think about it, though, like, the way or Mario Odyssey did it was still pretty freaking loose. Like, you can do most of the stuff you had to do, you could do you just had to worry about in that level.
You're allowed to do whatever you want.
The portraits and, yeah, pretty much.
True. I probably, if they want to go back to Banjo-Kazooie, I feel like it'd be safer if they tried to go for more like Banjo-Kazooie than Banjo-Tooie, just like, just to get people's feet wet again.
Which is funny, because we did essentially get that in the form of ukulele, for better or worse.
Okay, how about that then? How about we use that while Seely's not here, because I know Seely probably wouldn't have much input on that since she didn't really play ukulele. So, looking between this, which a lot of people said that this genre games felt dated and old, and that's why ukulele didn't work. I disagree. I feel like this game still is really good. So, I mean, just looking at, what do you think ukulele, how do you think between the two they did differently?
I actually can't say I entirely agree with that, because I do think Banjo-Kazooie has definitely aged in some places, not to the point where it's not unplayable, mind you, but it makes you wish there were certain things that would make the experience a little more forgivable, like especially in the bigger levels, maybe have like a fast
travel system. That would work.
Well, they rectified that in Banjo-Tooie.
No, we're talking about ukulele.
That's true. Tooie did sort of do it, though. It was pretty. If I remember correctly, that game did it pretty. They spread them out pretty far and thin.
To catch Icky up to speed on what the conversation is meant to be, we're talking about why ukulele and trying to go back to what. Oh my god!
How did he move jump? How did he do that?
That was an overachiever.
Oh, you motherfucker!
I have never seen that.
Can we get a replay of that, please?
Yeah, but I've never seen that happen.
Who said you needed legs to jump?
Oh look, you've been awarded a gamer pick. Lucky you.
Lucky you.
Wait, so do you get that every time you get all Jinjos?
No, I don't think you get them every time. Just every once in a while. Depends on like a particular objective you clear.
Well, I've never seen that happen before with the clams.
Are you going to show us the picture?
Welcome to the. Oh, I don't, because honestly, I don't know how to do that in Xbox One.
Sorry about that. Just a second.
Go ahead, hi.
The dogs are attacking.
And especially considering that this version that I'm using technically originally from the Xbox 360.
Huh.
Gotcha. Also, be careful when the clams hit you; they steal your ammunition.
Yeah, they eat your eggs.
And your feathers.
Oh yeah, by the way, it should go without saying that I am playing this game. Well, I pretty much played this game with assistance from the Rare Replay.
Oh,
that's fair.
Because technically, Rare Replay will give you like an activation code that'll let you play all these other games that are not on the disc for free.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's kind of the reason why they haven't yet re-released the collection on PC, which would be pretty fucking sweet. But
yes.
Oh, hello, Squeaky.
That was the response, talking about how I think that's a bit of a joke, and that it should be on PC. Microsoft owns the rights. Nice. Give it to us.
But anyway, yeah, no, I'm pretty much playing this game off the Rare Replay, and well, all in all, it's a really good collection for the system. It's just that I don't feel it's the one major reason to get an Xbox One.
My dad and little brother actually have Rare Replay.
Oh, well, that's cool.
But yeah, to catch Icky up now for reals this time without interrupting Clam. We're trying to look.
Oh, before that, cheese and crackers. Just wait right there.
When he says that, why do I think of Wallace and Gromit?
I
just immediately think of Wallace and Gromit.
Same.
That's what he just said.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, I heard Waldo.
Ooh.
I see. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, let's go back to Logan's question for reals this time. Sorry about that.
So catching Icky up. Looking at, ukulele was meant to try and recapture and put the people, or at least, that's the other thing you have to remember. A lot of the people who did this aren't around anymore. Only some of the big team is back, and Playtonic, it's just, yeah.
Playtonic was assembled from former Rareware employees.
But not all of them, including some of the key
Coffee
players.
and mints? I'll be right over.
So, looking
and that's
at...
the last one he does.
Okay, so looking at ukulele and looking at Banjo-Kazooie, a lot of people looked to ukulele and immediately said, oh, it just sucks because these games suck now and because there's so much data. It's like, I disagree. I mean, looking at this game, this still looks fun.
I think the problem with ukulele is that they tried too hard to follow tradition instead of improving it for the modern age.
Oh, way too hard at that.
But I feel like, but again, that's the odd thing. Banjo-Kazooie, back when it was made in freaking the 90s, is still more fun than ukulele is now.
Well, that's the thing, though, because this was still fun back then, and in this day and age, I mean, I still like the game, but I can agree that it hasn't aged the best.
But
it's still pretty fun.
But I'm saying, I still, yes, it may not have aged this, but I still
basically,
think...
my whole point is that I feel this is a similar level of enjoyment I get out of this game as I do with Super Mario 64, even though I can agree, yes, that game has definitely aged too.
But I agree that... So I will say that in terms of the best handling Super Mario game, I think Odyssey now beats 64. Like, 64 felt so tight and so awesome, but Odyssey is just so much... It's just great, I can say it. I think Odyssey is my favorite Mario game.
It's the best 3D Sonic game I've ever played.
Mario,
Freaking those turbo flowers.
Anyway, in all seriousness,
but I'm saying that even now, an aged...
You skipped it.
But I'm just saying now, right now, an aged Banjo-Kazooie, to me, is... I would come back to play this more than I would Yooka-Laylee. I'm thinking, how is it... They could have just done the exact same thing as this.
Logan, if I can make an argument real quick, isn't that essentially your nostalgia talking?
Probably, but I mean, like... But I don't know, like, I feel like
give this to a gamer nowadays who's never has never had any sort of experience with this kind of game before. How do you think they would appreciate it? Or, just... What would they think about it?
I think they would probably like...
You'll never find me now.
I was about to say, I think it also depends on... Oh, there it is.
I love that little gag.
So much.
It's like, oh boy, where could it possibly be?
Hey, look to your right.
If you look to your right...
Yikes! Please, open me gently.
So why does the treasure chest not have eyes?
Because, I don't know, not all of them do. The Jiggies don't have eyes, the Notes don't have
Graphical
eyes.
limitations.
Back to you, Hype.
Sorry.
But just going back to James's response of, like, show this to a gamer nowadays and see... What was that?
He started talking to one of his pets. Back to you.
Okay. But yeah, just going back to what you're saying about how, like, show this to a gamer nowadays and see how they'd react. To be fair, a lot of that would still have to do with what type of gamer that you're showing it to, because if they grew up with like a very particular taste in video games and whatnot, they might have a harder time appreciating it than any other person that, while still never experiencing Banjo-Kazooie, would still be more in line with something like this compared to, like, say,
I'm just saying, like, give this to someone who's into 3D platformers in the first place, or those that actually got into them, like, in this day and age, as opposed to the 90s, where we grew up with the likes of Mario 64 and Banjo-Kazooie. These guys probably grew up with fucking Odyssey, for all I care.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I could see that. Odyssey... Trying to compare this to Odyssey is
Whoa!
kind of hard. I could see that then comparing this to Odyssey would be tricky. So what do you think Banjo-Kazooie could need? What do you think Banjo-Kazooie could use to bring it to a modern era?
Well, again, I would just say some obvious quality of life choices, like a map feature would be nice. A more dedicated fast travel system, especially if the levels themselves are pretty fucking big. Like, not so much like as big as this. Like, this and Mumbo's Mountain before are fine. It's just like once you get to the likes of, say, Mad Monster Mansion or
Click Clock Wood, Rusty Bucket Bay.
Click Clock Woods, I wouldn't say is too bad. It's just that it's sectioned off into four pieces.
I think it would have been cool.
No, it's like more so the verticality factor in that case.
I think it would have been, but yeah, I think how Odyssey handled that with the fast travel checkpoints was perfect.
Yeah, but that's the whole point against Yooka-Laylee, though. It didn't have any of those quality of life features. It mostly just stuck to conventions that primarily worked back then in the day and didn't do too much in the way of fixing it. And that's kind of why people are incredibly mixed about it. I can go ahead.
I was about to say, adding on to what else Banjo-Kazooie could do, honestly, if we're going to be comparing to Odyssey, I think one other thing you could probably do, this might seem heresy to some people, but maybe nix the idea of unlocking moves, have, like, everything that you have from the get-go be basically all that you can do, but still be, like, say, for example, if... Whoa, what just happened?
We're just moving. Oh.
It's years since I've seen my feet.
Huh?
There we go.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I would argue, though, that would kind of make the game very easy to break.
Huh?
Well, if you're gonna do something like that, then honestly, don't make the levels non-linear, because that's obviously the one surefire way. I don't know how better way to put this. If you do that with, like, say, Breath of the Wild, then yeah, that's gonna you barely need to even bother playing any of the game by that point.
You know what I think would work in this case, though?
I could see keeping it linear and doing something sort of similar to the Moons, where like you don't lock areas out based upon your ability to jump around and do platforming, but rather you lock things out based upon the things you need to collect with the moves you already have.
Alongside the player's own skill level.
I guess.
I mean, I would say kind of like how Banjo-Tooie. I mean, at first, how Banjo-Tooie starts you off with giving you almost all the moves you had from the first.
Actually, since Seely's here, I'll take over for Brenty.
Okay.
Brenty wears a flea circus under that repulsive dress of hers.
Just carrying around with her at all times.
She's also got this nasty pet dog whose name is Big Naka.
Oh my goodness.
Whoa, big.
Wait, what?
My sister sings in her own band, Grunty and the Broomstick Boys. They're awful.
Especially since there's only one boy.
They sound like a Los Angeles surf rock.
And she'll also be a great fairy for us. Thank you.
I've learned this spell. It's really neat. I'll keep it later for your treat.
Okay.
Ew.
Gee, I wonder what kind of spell it is. I hope it doesn't involve some sort of Wheel of Fortune or,
I hope it's not a nasty striptease.
Boy, you will shut your mouth or I'll shut it for you.
That didn't rhyme.
Okay, Mama Grunty, whatever you say. But with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we'll continue that delicious little bit of conversation in the next part where we go to Clanker's Cavern.
Oh boy.
Till next time, everybody.
Bye.
And thus we learned that the real treasure was the friends we made along the way. Where's Seely?